Good morning, Tennessee Valley. This beautiful Friday morning, cold but beautiful. The sun is coming up.
March 1st.
March 1st, the
Headed
first
to
day of
spring.
March. We got the first day last month also.
Yep.
We got to be on Friday. We fell on the first
yeah,
also,
March,
didn't
the dates kind of fall the same,
the,
right?
the days fell. We had February 1st, and now we have March 1st. So
Right.
we're the first ones of this month you get to see this morning.
That's right.
That's right. And what is today? What is National Day? These are national days.
National days, yeah.
National Day, yes. And what's one of them?
Peanut butter lovers
Peanut butter lovers day, and you have see we got creamy here, and
I know. I
like
to bring a
crunchy.
variety.
I like crunchy. I like the crunchy peanut butter.
It's a matter of taste.
It is, but what's one of the things I think as a kid growing up, I can remember mixing peanut butter and syrup together.
Mm-hmm.
Syrup and mixing that up, kind of just eating that out, just eating that.
Yeah.
And I think you could do a lot of fun things. I fed it to the dog. I remember feeding the dog. We had friends over and then fed the peanut butter to the dog off. Had the spoon and gave it to it, and our dog loved it.
She licked
her tongue
hours,
grew that
didn't
long.
she?
I mean, it was she was licking her eyebrows and everything else with that. I mean, she really loved the peanut butter off that spoon.
That's right.
What else we got this month? I mean, we got a few things going on.
Yes, there are. It's actually National Pig Day, James.
You pig call?
No, I cannot pig call. Can you?
No, not that I would do it on the show today.
That would wake everybody up.
Yeah,
wouldn't
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, so National Pig Day, Peanut Butter Lovers Day, and what do you have, James?
Well, I have not just a day. I don't have a day.
Oh, you don't have a day.
I have
You didn't
particular
pick
days.
today.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay,
pick just
you
today.
picked
I was looking at
days.
March, forward to March. One being March 10th is time change.
Important.
Important. You actually lose an hour.
Lose an hour.
Lose an hour. You don't get that extra hour of sleep. You have to get up an hour earlier, and then you're all messed up the rest of the summer, just in time for fall from the change it back.
Right, just
And,
enough to get confused.
Right, just get enough to get confused.
So
And
you got
then-
to be careful. You'll be late. Right?
Yes, you would.
You would be late if you don't set your clock.
Yeah, it's like
You're gonna be
now you
late.
got to figure out that's another time change. You got to figure out, when I have to go to the VA in Murfreesboro. I always
Yeah.
got to figure. I can't figure out the time. It's trying to figure out what time you got to leave, what time you got to arrive, and also at the same time figure that extra hour, one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why each state. We come from a state from Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
which for a long time did not have time change.
Right.
So we were like one. I think it was us and Arizona was the only two states at the time that did not change time, and then they started changing it. So it was. Took a little bit to get used to.
Right,
Now you
took
look
us a
forward
while.
to it one way or the other. You just got to
Right.
remember it
It's
and
no big
remind
deal
people.
now.
Yeah,
It's just remembering to change your clocks.
you either be late or early.
All of your clocks.
Right. And also St. Patrick's Day this month. We're going to celebrate St. Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patty's Day.
And spring begins March 20th.
I told you, month of spring.
Month of spring.
I'm ready for spring.
I saw something on Facebook the other day. Somebody had like 3 or 4 foot of snow. And
Don't miss that, do we?
Well, they had that, and then they had spray painted or something in it, and they said something about the groundhog lied. So so they like I think it was in Milwaukee or someplace.
Right.
So they get a lot of snow anyway, but they said they had painted on there something said groundhog had lied to them, and so so we got spring begins March 20th. I mean spring cleaning, yard sale.
Right.
Yard sales. There's
Time
a lot
to
of yard
clean
sales.
out, right?
Have a lot of, and then also, which is weird this year again. It's been about 14 years since this happened. Is Easter happening it happens in March. March
It
31st
happens
will be
a little
Easter.
more often than you realize. Yeah.
And then something I thought would be interesting is coming up is the Raceway is opening up
Ooh,
next week.
race
Actually,
season.
actually March 2nd is open practice, 12 to 5 p.m. at Cleveland Speedway, and then coming up is also the SAS Shamrock, $10,000 to win that race, and that's on March the 9th. It's 50 laps, and if you win, it's $10,000.
Wow.
Yep. So we know that people race car drivers must not be from Cleveland. I get behind them, and it's like 55 miles an hour, and we're going 30,
Right.
going 35. I mean, I'm not in a hurry, but at least I like to,
You like to do the speed limit.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
I tell you've got road rage.
I don't have road. I don't get mad. I say, please do the speed limit. Especially when you go past them. I mean, when you're going behind them and they're passing speed limit signs, 55, 55. But so we know that
Right.
most of the winners will probably be from other.
They're not going to be from Cleveland, you're saying?
I don't know who's all racing, but this is like one of the big ones. This is Southern, the racing, and then like I said, it's $10,000. I think there's another one for $1,200, another $2,500.
But that's the big one that you
Yeah,
jumped out
that's
at
one
you
of the biggest
coming up.
ones. I mean, you've got the whole schedule on here. I mean, they go all the way up into it looks like November. So the race fans are sitting in front of the TV.
Right.
It's our
There's a
father-in-law.
lot of race fans in this area.
Yeah.
A lot of race fans.
And I mean, that's all I have.
That's
I mean,
all you
have
have?
National Peanut Butter Day, National Pig Day.
Well, it's not peanut butter day, it's peanut butter lovers
Oh,
day.
you gotta love the peanut
You
butter.
gotta love the
You gotta
peanut
love
butter.
the peanut butter,
You
okay.
gotta love the peanut. Something else coming up this weekend also is Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day. It's this Saturday. It's March 2nd, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to be at the Tri-State Exposition Center. And it's a great time. You talked about spring cleaning. It's a great time to clean out those items around your house that you need to get rid of, that you can't, always throw in your regular trash can.
Medicine being one of those. We have a lot of
Medicine's one of
medicine to
those.
throw away.
Yeah, expired medications, it's not good to just throw those out. Take them and let them dispose of them properly. There was, it says pool chemicals was one of the others. Electronics, that's on the list. Home maintenance improvement things. It says wallpaper remover, adhesives, things of that nature that,
Paint,
extra
cleaners,
things.
everything,
Well,
right?
some of your paint is not hazardous. Some you can dispose of. But, yeah, you need to check the labels. But, that's an opportunity to do
where's
some
that at?
cleaning out. It's at the Tri-State Exposition Center. That's
Okay.
at exit 20. It's right out near the waste.
Okay, towards the fireworks and
Right.
the movie place. and
Right,
all
out in
okay.
that area. Out in that area, right. So yeah, that's
And then- So who's on our show today?
who's on our show.
Who's on the
You're
show?
not keeping that a surprise today. Well, you're going to share that?
Yeah, we can.
We have Stacey Alexander from Paint the Town Periwinkle, and she's here to tell us about an event that's coming up
Okay.
that everyone's going to want to get involved in.
Okay.
Definitely. And then we have Dr. Lacey Wyndham from Life Circle Women's Healthcare, and she's going to come on, and we'll wait and let her
Well, we don't tell them what
she's-
to.
Yeah,
we
don't
want to
wanna-
surprise why.
Exactly.
But,
Exactly. So
Well,
make
folks,
them stay tuned.
I guess I say stay tuned. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes after these commercial breaks, and you meet our first guest.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, folks. It's so great to be here this morning with Stacy Alexander. Welcome, Stacy.
Thank you.
We heard about your event and wanted to have you on because you have a really unique story. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Stacy.
Okay, well, I'm the mom of 8 children, and I live in Athens, Tennessee. And last year, on January 25th, 2012, I was diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer. And it was quite a shock to our family. And I ended up doing 12 rounds of chemo, and also did Herceptin, which is another drug, because my tumor was HER2 positive, which they're seeing more with GI cancers. So I had these, I did chemo from February to September 6th, and then in November I went to have my PEG tube removed because I used a feeding tube for about the first 60 days, and they told me I was pregnant. So now I'm 5 months pregnant, and I'm getting ready to host this really great event in Athens. And it's called Paint the Town Periwinkle. Periwinkle is the esophageal cancer ribbon color, hence the name for the event. And so we are planning a 5K run walk. We're going to have live music, food vendors, health vendors, and just hope to get lots of participation from many people in Tennessee as well as around the United States and abroad. My sister's going to be doing a remote walk in Thailand, which is going to be very exciting. Yes. So I said it's really an international event, and it's exciting to bring this to Tennessee. My cancer was caused by silent reflux, and a lot of people have active reflux, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, things like that. And it's important to get checked or be aware, of these symptoms that you might have. Mine being silent reflux, I didn't even know I had the reflux. And by the time I actually had symptoms, I had swallowing issues. And by the time I got to the doctor's office, there really wasn't much time. They said, you have stage 4 cancer, and it was in my lymph nodes and my liver. And I've been very blessed to be where I am today. So it's very exciting. So I look forward to, hosting this event to give back and, I guess promote awareness of this illness.
Right,
and hopefully save somebody else from going through what I went through last year.
Right, so. Definitely. Now, so you said there was no signs?
No, other than I had just had a baby in March of 2011. And so once generally when you have a baby, you'll have weight loss. I had kind of extreme weight loss several months after having the baby. And, I kind of go, this is not quite usual, but, it was kind of nice to lose a little extra baby weight. But then the first time I went out to eat, and, I thought, my food went down the wrong way, and didn't think much about it. But then it started getting consistent, and I would notice that when I would eat, a bite of food, I felt like my airway was getting cut off, or I'm like, I'm having anaphylactic reaction to something I ate. I wasn't sure what was causing it, and so I went to the doctor, and they went, I went to a GI doctor. I was referred, and so we were scheduled to do an endoscopy, and I found out I was pregnant. So this was in I guess October of 2011. And so I postponed that first scheduled endoscopy, and ended up having a pregnancy loss in December. And I guess 2 weeks after that loss, started having chest pains and still having the swallowing issue. And my husband rushed me to the ER, and 4 days after being admitted, they diagnosed me with the cancer. So the time for me to be diagnosed was fairly quick. Now the cancer was probably there for a long time, and I just didn't have the symptoms. Most stage 4 people, when diagnosed, do not live the first year, even with treatment. Richard Dawson, the former host of Family Feud, he died about 3 weeks after being diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer. Humphrey Bogart died from esophageal cancer. And there's Harmon Killebrew was a baseball player that died. Most of them are men in their mid-60s who've had acid reflux for years. There are different types of esophageal cancer. I had adenocarcinoma, which is reflux related generally. Then there's squamous cell, which is related to smoking and drinking. You don't see that quite as much because people have changed their lifestyle to a certain extent, and we're not seeing, there's still a lot of smokers and drinkers, but not quite to the extent that probably were in the past.
Right.
So it's a very scary disease. It's a fast growing one, I think, because of the health issues of our society have definitely changed. And people aren't taking as good of care of themselves. And so, it's very important to, exercise, get your rest, eat well, just basic common sense things.
Right.
And hopefully you can prevent, these kind of problems. But we are seeing more and more, of this particular type of cancer. I'd never heard of it until I was diagnosed with it. And I got on the computer and researched it one time, and I turned my computer off because the statistics and the information that are on the computer are not what you want to read. And your mindset is one of the things that I think got me through, was having a positive mental attitude and being on prayer lists around the world. It made a huge difference. And but yeah, I've been very fortunate, and I hope to have many of you join us in Athens on April 13th for Paint the Town Periwinkle. You can go to www.ecan.org and register a team. And my goal is to raise $25,000. I'd like to do it before the event, but if not, all I need is 1,000 people to give me $25
Right.
For this cause, and hopefully we can promote awareness, around the world, and even just locally. We have in Etowah, Tennessee, at Woods Memorial, they just got a really neat machine called the FEES, F-E-E-S machine, and it's a swallowing disorder machine that can help check for reflux and GERD and issues, and it's very minimally invasive. It's one of the first machines of its type, and it's pretty neat that we have it, in our community.
Right.
And so it's pretty exciting, and hopefully we'll be able to save some more lives.
Right. So you're out raising awareness.
That's the goal, and also it's my excuse to have a big party and invite everybody.
Yeah, because you're celebrating 1 year.
I'll be actually at this event. I'll be almost to my 15-month mark, which is a huge milestone as a stage 4 esophageal cancer person, and to be pregnant is even more exciting. I take pregnancy as a sign of health, so I think it's very exciting, and it's amazing to see God's hand at work, and so it's very exciting to me, and I hope to meet lots of you at the event.
Well, see, if you have big kids, you have to be.
I know. I know. It definitely keeps you young, and so yeah, I'll be at the event. The kids will be at the event, so it is definitely a family-oriented event. We'll have the 5K run walk, lots of great music, and it's just going to be a really fun, exciting time, and just a great time for people to learn more about reflux, GERD, things like that. And we'll have different health vendors just to teach people about healthy lifestyles so that it can prevent some of these issues later on in life. And start now with your kids. So that,
What age groups do your kids range?
My children, we're getting ready to have birthdays next week, but they'll be 2 to 16 here in the next month.
I don't know how that is. We got 2 to 14.
Yeah, so we have a great family. I've been married 17 years. We just celebrated our 17th anniversary in November. And who would have thought we were going to have such a full house? But it's exciting. It's exciting.
I would say, never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
Okay, so this is a family event.
Absolutely.
And where's the location of
It's going to be at Athens Regional Park in Athens, Tennessee. That's exit 49 off of Interstate 75.
Okay.
And the park is, just a mile or two off the interstate.
Okay, so
it's
very
very easy to find.
Okay, and what time is the event?
The event's going to start. We're going to have 12 to 1 is our race registration. Unless you pre-register, then you'll just come check in from 12 to 1, and then we'll start the race probably about 1:30. We'll do opening remarks and then get started. And after the race, we'll have the music will get started, and we'll have, go into the early evening hours, and
Okay.
it'll be a lot
So
of
an
fun.
all-day event
Yeah, a
of
nice
fun.
all-day event, and
Yes.
so we're kind of looking
Is there
forward to
any
it.
cost involved in the race?
The race is $25,
Okay.
and that money goes to ECAN, and it will, if you register between now and March 22nd, you will be eligible for a T-shirt. Right now, there is no more charge for the rest of the event, so we hope to get lots of people registered. We will be accepting donations at the event, but we're not, setting a set charge.
Okay.
We want lots of people to
So
come.
that's why you want 1,000 people.
That's
at
why I want 1,000
$25.
people, or 25,000 with $1.
Yeah. Either
And
way. Yeah.
either way, I just would like to reach my goal, and I just want, the more people I can reach, then the more successful, the event will be as far as promoting awareness and, of course,
Right.
raising funds for ECAN. And they're a 501c3 charity,
Okay.
So there are tax deductible, options available.
Okay.
And so I think that would be great. So yeah, any sponsorships are greatly appreciated.
Okay. Now, what's the
So-
number we can contact you?
You can contact me at 423-453-7800, or my email is periwinkle, PERIWINKLETN @hotmail.com.
Okay. Great. So April 13th at noon.
April 13th at noon.
Okay.
And we, the goal is to have lots of people there.
Yeah.
And so I hope, we'll get people from Chattanooga, Cleveland, Knoxville, their surrounding areas. And I do have people coming from other states. We have a hotel that we've partnered with, the Comfort Inn in Athens, and we've got people coming, already confirmed from out of state to participate. So it should be a very exciting event for East
Definitely.
Tennessee.
I don't know about you,
So-
James. but I've already heard a lot.
It's like, mark your calendar now.
Well, instead of walking around. Or
That's right.
Walk
That's
or
right.
run. We'll stick in the walk.
Yeah.
So,
I'll let you run, you can walk.
Yeah.
our 2-year-old will run.
That's right.
Definitely.
Force you to chase him.
That's right. That's right. He's all about that.
That's right.
He's all about that. Do you have any other questions, James?
I don't. I mean, she covered very
She
well.
really
She's saying
did.
words I can't pronounce.
Speechless. Well, great. Thanks,
So-
Stacy, for being on today. It's about time for a commercial break, but
I appreciate
we
you
appreciate
having
you coming
me.
out. A lot of great information, and folks, contact Stacy. Get involved in this event. It's spring's coming, so April. There's you an event. Put on your calendar.
Right.
Sponsor this. You never know. That was silent to her. So, well, we'll go to commercial break then.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Folks, stay tuned. We have another guest coming on, and you know what? Follow this up and get involved. We'll see you here back in a few moments.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Logan Thompson, Attorneys at Law. have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, folks. Excited to be here with Dr. Lacey Wyndham from Life Circle Women's Healthcare. Welcome, Lacey.
Thank you so much for having me. I was kind of thinking about what we could talk about today, and I thought, well, maybe we'll talk about vaccinations. I think a lot of people think of vaccines as something that we do when we're children, and then we're over that once we get done, the age of 4 to 6. We don't have to think about that anymore, other than maybe the occasional flu shot. But there are some adult vaccines that I've noticed that a lot of my patients just aren't aware of, that are recommended, that they probably should be aware of. The first one that I wanted to talk to you about is actually the whooping cough vaccination. You may have heard about this in the news a little bit. I think right now it's one of the CDC's big priorities because I think we're on the verge of a big whooping cough outbreak in our area. So whooping cough is also called pertussis. It is a very serious infection. It is spread by an infected person coughing or sneezing onto an uninfected person. And then before the 1940s, before we were vaccinated for this, it was a very serious thing. We had about 200,000 people diagnosed every year in the country, and we had about 9,000 people die from that every year. So, we do a lot better with that now with people that are infected because we have better care, but it's still very serious. So in our country now, we usually diagnose between 15,000 and 25,000 people a year, and a lot of those are infants. And unfortunately, we still have, between 10 and 25 deaths a year. So we are vaccinated as a general rule for whooping cough as a part of the childhood vaccine series. What we've learned is that the vaccination wanes over time, and then we are susceptible to catching this infection. So as adults, we may catch it, and then we think that we just have a cold, and we're out coughing, but really we have whooping cough, and we're able to pass it on to infants. And that's who we really worry about because they are susceptible to the most serious side effects of that.
So what's the symptoms of whooping cough?
Well, it's the the very typical cough, that's hence its name. So usually, but in adults it may be much milder. So a lot of just kind of like a cold is what people think of it as. But it's a cold that takes a long time to get rid of. So the average in an adult that has whooping cough, the average days of missed work is 10 days. So it can be kind of the prolonged cough that won't go away, the prolonged cold that you just can't shake. Maybe you've gone in and gotten antibiotics and it just won't go away.
Okay.
In infants that catch this infection, we've identified that usually 80% of the time it's actually caregivers that have passed it along to the infant. So that's why we recommend now that anybody who's going to be in close contact with children or infants, they do need to get a booster shot. Even though you were immunized as a child, your immunity may have waned by now. So we do recommend a booster shot. It contains also tetanus, so it can replace one of your every 10-year tetanus boosters. And we recommend that you get that booster shot at least 2 weeks before coming into contact with a young child or a baby. We also, we have been vaccinating our pregnant women in the postpartum time while they're still in the hospital before they go home. But actually, as of January of this year, the CDC has issued a recommendation that all pregnant women during every single pregnancy get a booster shot in the pregnancy. So we're going to probably start doing that as well.
Okay. So say you have a child that had their booster shot, then at what age should they be revaccinated?
Any adult 19 years of age or older needs a booster shot. Anybody at all, and we, especially healthcare providers and caregivers, but anybody 19 years, should get one today. If you're hearing this, then you can make an appointment. You're eligible according to the CDC.
See. I understand. I was just thinking, at what age would you need to be revaccinated, and so that would make sense.
And the question we don't know at this time is, are you going to need another booster? 10 years down the line, you may. We use safer techniques to develop vaccines than we did in the past. We use something called an acellular technique, which is safer, but it probably doesn't develop the same strong immune response that some of our older vaccine series did.
Okay.
So that's why we think that the immunity is running away.
Gotcha. And 2 weeks would be a long time to miss work, James. You missed one
Some
day
people
and got
would
very
welcome
behind.
that 10 days. I haven't missed. I missed it last week a day and a half, probably the first time in years.
In years, yes.
I've missed, and that was just from getting a flu shot. So now I have to go back and get another shot. You're saying?
Right. Add another one to that list.
I don't know. I remember in the military that the shots to get a shot was like from a gun. It was like a bottle. It was like because we would go down a line and we get we get 6 or 7 shots. Now they still give the needles. Not that I'm afraid of needles, but they come at you and you've got this needle that long, it's wider than your arm. They want to
You
stick
just don't
that
look
in.
at it when you see that.
They took blood from me, and now they got something new, a new needle from taking blood. I can't remember. I called it a butterfly.
Butterfly, yes.
I love that one. I didn't even feel to go in. After I woke up,
You're
I said, "Oh,
funny.
you took my blood," but no. So shots are I guess, are important. I mean, you never really think about that.
Right.
It's coming up on a few years past what I used to be, and I don't like to tell my age that much. who does, right? But so you're saying that after 19, you need to go back and get booster shots?
You should get a booster shot for the whooping cough.
Whooping cough.
And
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's interesting.
You need to go get shot and try it
I
out.
think you might be hearing about it more and more in
Right,
the news now. I think it's
right.
kind of their hot topic in the last
If it's on the
year or
internet,
so.
I believe it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, goodness.
Now, where can you get it? I mean, can you get it at Life Circle?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Life Circle.
So you
Now, that's women's health care. Can men get shots there also?
I'm pretty sure we could arrange something like that, right, Christine?
Well, I'm
But
sure.
I'm pretty
I go
we
to the
could,
VA a
but-
lot, so. But
The other vaccine that I just wanted to talk a little bit about too, which has gotten a little bit more focus maybe than the whooping cough lately, is the human papillomavirus vaccination. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay. Human papillomavirus, it's the most common cause of cervical cancer in our country. So there are many different strains. We've identified over 100 strains of this virus, but 40% of them can cause 40 types of them cause problems in humans that we've identified. And some of the ones we call high-risk strains can cause cervical cancer. They can also cause problems in men as well. But we do recommend vaccinating children for this. Usually our target age is actually 11 to 12, but we can do it anywhere from 9 to 26 years of age. And I have a lot of patients coming in who are in their 19, 20, or maybe even a little bit younger, 17 and 18, and I've noticed that not many of them are getting this vaccine series. And I often tell their moms, if I had a shot that would prevent breast cancer, I would have a line around my building of people demanding that for their children. And I don't have that, and I don't think there's anything like that on the horizon. But I do have one that prevents cervical cancer, and I would love to see more people in this area take advantage of that.
Definitely.
So that would be another. That one is a 3-dose vaccine series.
Okay.
But that's another one we can arrange. Either at a primary doctor, your gynecologist, even the health department is doing a lot of that.
Okay.
Well, while we're talking about that, give out the information at Life Care, number, phone number, address, and everything, just to let people know where they can, how they can call and get in contact to get set up for that.
Okay, well, so we're Life Circle Women's Health Care, and our phone number is 339-1400, and we are located on North Ocoee across from the middle school.
Okay.
And we're the white building with the pretty gazebo out front.
That's right. That's right.
So they can call, make appointments to come in and get those shots. Also
Absolutely.
for the whooping cough also. So you need to make a call.
That's right.
You need to get set up and make a call.
Definitely.
And so I mean, these things, these are, like you said, that younger years, the kids, but also 19 on up, and then after that, you're still saying 10, 15 years.
Right, so we don't know. We may come back in another 10 years and say, you know what, you had that booster 10 years ago, but we're going to ask you to do it again. We're still doing the studies on how long the booster works.
Okay. 'Cause I don't even know the last time I got shots. Do you?
No.
Don't keep track of my shots for me?
No, I don't have your shot record.
You're going to be around to new babies, and almost and everybody
had
is.
a new
Everybody
baby.
is. It's a great thing.
He's
to do.
2.5. That's close enough.
Yeah, that's a new enough.
That is plenty new enough for us.
We'll leave the 9, 10, 11, babies to Stacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stacy needs more.
Not this Stacy.
No, yeah, that's true.
Let's
Yeah.
not cause any confusion.
But so, is there anything else we need to know? Anything else coming up any other shots that we need to know?
Well, I think
I'm
flu
sure.
season's on its way out, but that's another one that
Doesn't
we do.
hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
No. I know a lot of people do get it, and they say, "Oh, that made me sick," and usually it means you already were sick when you went and got the vaccine because it's not a virus that we're injecting. It's,
I didn't think it
just
was because I've had it
no.
before and I hadn't gotten sick, so I must have just got the flu.
Yeah, it's just a component. It
Yeah.
can make you feel kind of bad at the reaction site, but a lot of people think, "Oh, that gave me the flu," but it really isn't capable of doing that.
Yeah,
So I would still recommend that anytime around flu season.
Okay.
Just because we
Any
know.
spring shots? Any shots for the spring?
Spring.
Not unless you have allergies. I guess you can go to your
Yeah,
allergy
allergy
doctor
test,
and
yeah.
get some allergy shots.
Well, do you have anything else? Anything
No,
else
I
we
don't.
covered?
We've had a very educational show
Yeah,
today,
there's
James.
Too many words I can't say.
We're going to make you practice all those tonight.
I can't say it.
Okay.
You want
Well,
to wrap up?
yeah, that's unless you've got anything else.
Anything else you can think of?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's
No problem.
Now I gotta go get shots.
yes.
Well, I'll go ahead and let you take it out.
Okay. Folks, fill up your cup of coffee. We're going to be back in just a few moments after this commercial break.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat-screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, folks. We're excited to have our third guest today.
Yeah,
Surprise
unexpected.
guest.
She
That's
dropped
right.
in, just wanted to be on TV. So
That's right.
Christine, yes, you're welcome.
You're welcome to.
Yes.
Exactly. We have Christine Sneed from Life Circle Women's Healthcare. Welcome, Christine.
Hi.
She wore her
Good to see you.
periwinkle today.
That's right.
She has her
support
shades of.
Stacy.
That's right. That's right. Tell us what's going on with you, Christine.
Well, we just finished up a 20-hour certified lactation educator training this past weekend, and that's going really well in the area. We're getting several of the nurses at Skyridge Medical Center are being trained to be certified lactation educators, so that's going to really boost our initiation rates of breastfeeding. And what we hope to do is follow the World Health guidelines to have every baby exclusively breastfed for 6 months. Of course, the Surgeon General in the United States has put out a call to action that all mothers in the United States should exclusively breastfeed, meaning nothing else but breast milk for the first 6 months of life. And if they will do that, the government will save, if 90% of women would do that, they would save $13 billion a year in healthcare costs to women and infants.
Wow.
So I'm just trying to be a part of
that. She was part of it too.
Yeah.
Being certified, what does that do for a place? I mean, what's that do?
Well, because of this Surgeon General's call to action, we're trying to get all hospitals in the United States to have all of their nurses go through a 20-hour training course that will be in compliance with the Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative, which will then promote all babies initiating breastfeeding and then continuing to 6 months at least of life.
And what's that entail? I mean,
what they need to do is they need to take a 20-hour CLE training, and then they do have some other certification steps after that, which would include reading and testing out afterwards as well.
Okay. And then they go on to train the mothers? I mean, that's
Absolutely. Then that trains them to work with each and every one of the mothers that they come in contact with to help them to initiate and then continue to breastfeed for that 6 months. And then the new World Health Guidelines as well as the AAP guidelines is to continue that to 24 months.
Okay. And see, we went through your classes at Life Circle. We went through your classes, and she was dead set against breastfeeding.
I remember.
She was. I mean, going to it, she's like, "I'm not breastfeeding." You know. And then you got there and went through your class, and you explained the benefits and all the benefits from it. And then you start showing the money saved by not having to buy the bottles and this.
That
and
always
that
gets
and
dads.
Yeah. Well, it did up until a point after she started breastfeeding. He didn't want to have anything to do with me. I had like withdrawal from him.
Oh.
You know, I was like, with Simon, I would get up in the middle of the night, take the bottle, feed him, walk him, put him back to sleep, all that stuff. I was a part of it. With David, and it's still like that. I mean, he gets in bed with us sometimes, and he snuggles to her. He don't want anything to do with me. Now, if I roll over the other way, he'll snuggle up behind me, but he doesn't want to snuggle up to me. So I kind of felt left out on this one, but he still wants Dad. So,
but the amazing benefits that he was able to get health-wise, you can't feel too bad about that.
He didn't get Daddy to feed him a bottle.
Daddy tried a time or two.
Yeah, he
didn't want anything to do with that, did he?
And of course, the amazing health benefits that you got as well, because the health benefits we know to women who exclusively breastfeed for 6 months of life is a 59.9% reduction in breast cancer, a significant reduction in cervical cancer, a 73% reduction in type 2 diabetes, and a 53% reduction in metabolic syndrome. So that's just the women's health benefits, not to mention the myriads of benefits to the child.
And that's what really got us on board, I guess, with it when you started talking about the different stuff that, not only for her health, for the baby and everything out from there, because it wasn't really the money part of it. Right. That was a portion of it, but it was the health benefit. We started talking about the allergies. Because I don't even remember with Simon, did we even go through any class like that? They showed the benefits? Did we go through anything like that?
We went through classes, but it didn't talk much about breastfeeding.
And so that's sometimes, I think that shows you in 15 years how things have come along, that people are starting to learn. and get educated better on that.
And we actually have a breastfeeding support group at Life Circle. The next one meets on March 9th at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we really encourage women while they're pregnant to attend that breastfeeding support group. A lot of times people think about a support group, it's for after you have the baby. But I encourage all of our moms to come while they're pregnant, especially the earlier in the pregnancy that they can come. If they can attend 6 or 7 of those groups before they have their baby, what happens is they've heard all the challenges, but then they've also heard all the solutions, and they form this nice support network. And so by the time they have their baby, they have a really good handle on what's going on and what challenges they might incur, but they also already are prepared with the solutions. And I think that makes such a difference. When we know better, we do better.
Right, and that would make a lot of sense because we attended the class just weeks before we had David, so I didn't get the opportunity to go to those.
Right.
And so it was kind of like, what am I doing here? And why is he doing this? You know, I didn't have a lot of trouble, but it would have answered, you know,
some of those
simple
questions.
Yeah,
Luckily, he was an eater. He latched on good. And he still eats like crazy.
Yeah, he's our
That
eater.
helps.
Yeah, he eats everything.
Everything. He's a healthy eater.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That's
it
good.
is.
Well, they actually say that babies who are breastfed actually are better eaters because your breast milk actually takes on flavors of the different foods that you eat. And so when children are exposed to the different varieties of foods like that, instead of just formula where it doesn't take on the flavor of the foods that you're eating, that they actually, as a toddler, will eat a bigger variety of foods, which is
And
kind
he
of
does. I
interesting.
mean, he'll pass a cookie to go get a carrot or a tomato.
Love it.
So
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
he's really
definitely.
he eats a lot of vegetables, and he carries around a banana while the other one's carrying around a brownie.
That's
So,
great.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
So if we could reverse it, Simon will be breastfed.
Definitely.
But we can't
Definitely,
reverse it.
watching him not eat anything.
Yeah.
Huh?
So yeah, we thank you for those classes because it really helped a lot. I mean,
It
really
did.
did. It really
It
pushed
did.
us in a different way raising David.
Right. Definitely.
I'm glad. I love to hear
Well,
I got a lot more sleep. I couldn't do anything.
You
You
got a lot
can't wake
more
me up.
sleep.
So you
couldn't
can
wake me up.
advocate that to other dads. You'll get more
I
sleep.
say that you said about the breastfeeding support group. You know, dads, you know what? You get a lot more sleep.
That's right. That's right.
You have an excuse, huh?
Yeah, it's like I can't
anything
do nothing
for
about
him.
it.
And you know, Dr. Wyndham was here talking about vaccines, and the thing is, we don't have a vaccine that can prevent breast cancer by 59.9% or reduce those numbers. But all you have to do is exclusively breastfeed your baby, and you can arrive at those statistics. So that's pretty
Right.
amazing.
Well, I was thinking that, and then you talked about cervical cancer. So if you get the vaccine plus breastfeed,
Absolutely.
you're just adding to that.
Absolutely. Let's just eradicate it. Let's get it
That's
off
right.
off the scene.
Definitely. Well, James, you have
Well,
any more questions?
did you talk about your classes when and where?
Oh,
We
yes.
do. We have at Life Circle Women's Healthcare on Ocoee Street, 2301 North Ocoee Street, right across the street from the Ocoee Middle School. The phone number is 339-1400 to sign up. We have a breastfeeding class that is the third Tuesday of every month from 6 to 9 p.m. That is open to the general public. We also have a breastfeeding support group that is the second Saturday of every month from 10 to 11 a.m., the next one being March 9th. And then we do have the certified lactation educator trainings that are going on, and you can always go to my website, latch onto lactationeducation.com, and it will list some of those trainings. But the most exciting thing we do have at Life Circle is we have our lactation clinic. And so therefore moms can come in, new moms can come in and get breastfeeding consultation one-on-one. We can also do home visits. They can come in and weigh the baby, feed the baby, then weigh the baby again so they'll know exactly how many ounces they're taking in. Sometimes that can be nerve-wracking to new moms. They don't see a bottle going down with ounces, but this way they can know exactly that their baby's actually thriving and getting what it needs. So we're excited about our lactation clinic.
Absolutely.
Sounds like it.
Yes. A lot of things going on at Life Care or Life Circle. I keep wanting to say
We're
Life
busy.
Care because you said Life Care. I keep
Did I say
thinking
Life
care.
Care?
Yeah, you did
Oh,
earlier.
I meant Life Circle.
Well, James, if you don't have anything else, we're gonna go out for a commercial. We appreciate you being on the show today, Christine.
Thanks for having me.
At such a short notice.
I know. Always good to see you.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
good seeing you.
definitely. Well, folks, we'll be back just shortly to wrap up. Refill your cup of coffee, and we'll see you in just a few moments.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, folks. We just have a few minutes here, and we just wanted to, I guess, go out here and just with these last few minutes, just kind of go over a few things that we talked about on the show, give you some times, dates, phone numbers, whatever we have here, just kind of enhance what our guests had talked about today. And Stacy, go ahead and just talk about some of the information we'd given. Just go ahead and give it again.
Okay. Don't forget Paint the Town Periwinkle, April 13th at noon, and this is for esophageal cancer. It's to raise awareness, so get involved in that event. Definitely put that on your calendar. That's at Athens Regional Park in Athens, Tennessee, and I'm sure Stacy would appreciate a phone call, support.
She needs 1,000 people to give a $25, which is the registration fee for walking or running,
right.
and the 5K, and that all goes towards a good cause.
Right, definitely.
It's something that, as Stacy had talked about, wasn't something she expected, planned for or not, but it was there, and she's hoping to do the same to raise the awareness that don't wait till the last moment. She talked about several people that had it, and 2 or 3 weeks later, they had passed away. So this is something to get the information out there to let people, raise the awareness,
right.
But also, support the cause, support that by, and you don't even have to go run or walk. Find somebody that's going to do it and make a donation. Maybe
I'm
pay
sure
their
she'll
fee.
just take the donation.
Take the donation. Was it ecan.com? Ecan.org, you can go there. You can see the different the registration fee, the different things that's going on, how you can donate, where to donate, and different things. I would say, don't miss the event. I mean,
right.
Support us.
Sounds like a fun day.
It does,
Music,
and like I said, it's for a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not simply just going to have fun, but it's also going to have fun and supporting the good cause.
Right, right. And she said there would be some vendors there to raising awareness.
Right.
So definitely get involved in that.
And then also we had Dr. Lacey Wyndham.
Right.
From Life Circle Women's Healthcare. That's another one.
Talking about adult vaccines.
Adult vaccines. I mean, you hear a lot of people coughing. I cough a lot. And so, go there, and ladies, go ahead and get set up to get an appointment made. Go out there and get your vaccines. And she talked about several different things. Christine was here also from Life Circle, and she talked about the lactation clinics. As Stacy and I, we went through some of the classes a couple years ago before we had David, and it was men. Not only women need to go, but men go. Support your wife, support your spouse, and learn. It's important what we learned, what we found out, and it changed my mind on it. I mean, there's things going into it I didn't see the benefits until we learned, and so you see that. I mean,
it's not just for first-time parents,
right? Because
that was our second round.
It was like starting over again. We had one of 14 and one at actually at that time 12.
They're 11 years apart. Yes.
And so it was like starting over. There's a lot of things with this one we didn't expect that we don't expect with him that we didn't have to go with and deal with the first one. But so that's another one. And also Hazardous Waste Day. Don't forget about that.
Right. That's this Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Tri-State Exhibition Center, and it's a great time to clean out
different things. I mean, cleaning supplies. Old
several
medicine
things
that's
here.
Expired. I mean, that's something stuff like medicine. You don't want to throw
It
that
says
away.
all
in the trash.
area residents, no cost.
And go and throw it away. I mean, clean up the neighborhood, clean up your closets, your sheds, whatever. Get it out there and get it thrown away. Because some of the stuff you don't want to throw in the trash.
Right.
Your old medicines, so not only for the fact that someone would get a hold of it, but also your information's all on it.
Information's
your
on
name,
it.
Your address, all this stuff. Right. And so, go and give that away. And then also remember, just in closing, we only have a couple minutes. March 8th, International Women's Day. March 10th, time change. Set your clocks forward. We'll remind you again next week on this. And also March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Get the green out. We have to dress up for St. Patrick's Day.
For your green?
Have to find something green. I don't know. I don't think I own anything green.
I don't know. We'll have to look.
March 20th, spring begins. So clean up. And also March 31st, Easter. It's coming early. To me, I guess it's coming early. I'm so used to it being April a lot of times. And also, just quickly going over here, Cleveland Speedway schedule coming up is March 2nd is open practice, 12 to 5 p.m. And then Saturday, March 9th is the SAS Shamrock 50 laps to win. Coming home, the winner leaving with $10,000. All you people that think you can go fast, go try it out, right?
That's right.
$10,000 to go get fast. 50 laps. That's a lot of time to go around and around and around in a circle. I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else, Stace? We can close it up and wrap it up.
Don't forget your peanut butter today.
Oh yes, peanut butter lovers day today. If you love peanut butter, today's your day. Make peanut butter jelly sandwiches, peanut butter cookies, peanut butter fudge.
It goes on and on. We like peanut butter. We use peanut butter for
smoothies, milkshakes.
One little tidbit on that, James, says the average child will eat 1,500 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before he graduates high school.
Wow.
That's a lot of peanut butter and jelly.
That's a lot of bread.
It is. But when I was assistant director of the daycare and had to fix lunches on Tuesdays.
You probably made those 1,500
one
day.
Yeah, I think I figured it up. I made about roughly 100 sandwiches a week. And, that added up 4,800 sandwiches a year, roughly. So, yeah, I contributed to a percentage of that.
4,800
and,
sandwiches.
And after that, a while back, Simon asked for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and told me I made the best.
Yeah.
I think I had a little experience making
That's
those.
just the man's way of saying, you know what, I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
do it really better than I do. Well,
those
folks,
little kids used to say the same thing.
They didn't want to do it.
I had
They
plenty
tell you,
of
oh, Mom, you do the
experience.
best laundry. You do the best dishes.
I'm good at a lot of things then.
Yeah. Well, folks, we're out of time, and we thank you for tuning in today. We hope you got a lot of information from us and from our guest. And don't forget, on that, visit the different websites of the guest that was on today and support them any way you can. Get your vaccinations. And folks, we'll see you again next Friday. Thank you.